very, very angry.
Why should gender influence one's chance of promotion?
Why should gender determine how much one gets paid in the workplace? An instance of gender discrimination in the workplace was brought to awareness by the Johnson versus Transportation Agency case.
This case brought awareness to this issue of gender discrimination regarding a promotion. The transportation agency hired Diane Joyce over Paul Johnson, even though Johnson had received a higher score for the job after an interview and evaluation.
Johnson believed he should have been granted the job position because of his higher score. He argued in the Supreme Court that hiring Joyce, who had a lower score, over him was against Title VII.
Title VII, also known as the Civil Rights Act of 1964, states that it shall be unlawful employment practice for an employer to fail or refuse to hire or to discharge any individual or otherwise to discriminate against an individual with respect to his compensation, terms, conditions, or privileges of employment because of such individual's race, color, religion, sex, or national origin.
Even though Title VII exists, 68% of women believe that gender discrimination does exist in the workplace. This happens in places you wouldn't think about.
Lori Harris, a businesswoman, was a victim to this invisible glass ceiling. Lori used her inheritance money to buy a business that was previously owned by a company. In June of 2014, she began to submit papers to the state of California in order to receive her certification for DBE, also known as Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. The Department of Transportation interviewed Lori. Her appearance was appropriate for the occasion, but she was judged stereotypically. She was denied the DBE, and the DOT claimed her husband would be a better fit. But they compromised by allowing her to co-own the business with her husband.
I was basically told that I could not run this business without my husband, which is not true. I could. I had everything that we needed for it. And that was just basically their opinion.
Although passing someone over for a promotion based on their gender is illegal, it is not uncommon for a business owner to promote a man in the male-dominated workplace over a woman.
In the workplace, the term glass ceiling is used to describe the metaphoric barrier that prevents a woman from advancing further than a certain point. Not only does gender discrimination affect promotion in the workplace, it also affects pay rates between men and women. This is known as the wage gap, in which women earn 78 cents for every dollar that a man earns. The pay gap affects every woman, but some places are worse than others. For instance, in Washington, D.C., women are paid 91% of what men are, and in Louisiana, women are paid 66% of what men are.
Women in our country are paid on average 77 cents for doing the same job as a man.
The pay gap is even worse for colored women. Asian American women would earn 90% of what a white man would earn, while a Hispanic woman would earn a low 54% of what a white man would earn. 2.4 million working single mothers fell between 100 and 200% of the federal poverty level. It's especially hard for single mothers because they have difficulties managing time involving their child or children since they don't have someone else to assist them.
The issue of women's pay and participation in the workforce is vitally important for women and for our economy.
Not only does the wage gap affect women, it affects families as well. According to the National Women's Law Center, nearly 1.6 million married parents relied on the women's earnings in 2012.
There has been progress for single mothers specifically. An organization called Moms Rising has a growing 1 million members and has accomplished state and local victories. It is moving towards pay equity for mothers. If you can offer the same quality of work, it should not matter whether you are male or female.
Sure. Yeah, I'll try again in 2 years. I'll go again.
Quality in the workplace is not only the right thing to do, it turns out to be good business.